Okay, good afternoon students. Today is 3rd February 2021 and I am taking a propositional calculus problem. Show that R or S follows logically from the premises C or D. C or D implies negation of H. Negation of H implies A and negation of B, and A and negation of B implies R or S. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 premises which are given to you. So using these 4 premises, what we have to do, we have to uh, prove that R or S is logically true, is the conclusion of these 4 premises. Okay, so now let's begin with the first solution. First one, we'll take this premises C or D implies negation of H. This is, we name it as rule P. So we'll keep the category under rule P, rule T. So C or D implies negation of H. This is rule P. Then negation of H and A and negation of B is under rule P. ये सारे rule P में आएंगे. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can keep all these 4 premises which are given to you under rule P, and then from these 4 premises plus these equivalences and implications will help us to derive rule T. तो rule T किससे बनेगा हमारा, जो premises दिए हैं वो implications और equivalences यूज करते हुए. So C or D implies negation of H. Negation of H implies A and negation of B. These are the 2 rules which are given to you. Now see here, this is equivalent to this rule. Will say identity number 11. I am writing identity number 11. So identity 11 says P implies Q and Q implies R. So it leads to P implies R. So this gives us P implies R. This is identity number 11, I11, I13. Okay, so this is our P, this is our Q, this is our Q, this is R. So it gives us P implies Q. So this is our rule T. So from 1 and 2 and identity number 13, we'll get 3rd row. Similarly, now let's take the last premises which is given to us. A and negation of B gives us, sorry, 1 minute. This gives us R. P implies R. P implies Q, Q implies R. It means P implies R. P implies R. This is P implies R. तो ये दोनों Q common है ना? तो P implies R. Now, if I say P implies R and this R implies suppose G, then this and this, P implies G. Again identity number 13, which says that P implies Q, Q implies R gives you P implies R. ये दोनों common है, निकल गए. यहाँ पर ये दोनों common है, ये दोनों R, तो P implies G. Okay, so this is this third row, 4th row, and the implication I13. At the end, this C or D, rule C or D is the rule P. So P implies G and P. P implies P, comma, P implies R, it means it is R. So P implies G, this is our G, so our result is G. जो कॉमन है वो कट गया. P implies G, G, तो G G कॉमन है. ये यहाँ पर हमारे पास में क्या आ गया, 1 मिनट में P कॉमन है हमारे पास में, so we'll left with G. P implies G and this is P, दोनों सेम है ना. P implies G and this is P, this entire term. तो हमारे पास क्या रह गया, R और S. So this is our R or S, which is our conclusion, this R or S. So this is logically true premises from logically true conclusion from the premises 1, 2, 3 and 4. ये 4 premises से हमारा ये logically true है. Okay. Now let's switch over to the next problem. You have to show that S or R is tautologically implied by the premises this. ये premises दिया हुआ है. So again we consider it as first premises, second premises, third premises. तीनों true हैं and दिया हुआ है. तो ये 1, 2, 3 आप इसको अलग भी कर सकते हैं, एक साथ भी ले सकते हैं क्योंकि ये and से true है. तो अगर आपकी सारी premises and है तो it should logically give you S or R and is a tautology. Tautology means all true. Now let's say P or Q, this is rule P, negation of, so from this first rule, rule P, negation of P implies Q. This is rule T from 1, E1 and E16. So let's say E1 and E16. देखो ये E1 है और ये E16 है. This is E16. So P implies Q means negation of P or Q. P implies Q means negation of P or Q, and first is double negation of P means Q. Okay. So here P or Q, it means if I prove it, P implies Q means negation of P or Q. This is our equivalence number 16. If I put negation over here, then one more negation over here, so both the negations are cancelled and we're left with P or Q. So it means this is equivalent to this and this is equivalent to this. So when you have P or Q, so it can also be written as negation P implies Q. Negation P implies Q. Okay. Similarly, Q implies S is our rule P. So using this second one, third one, and the identity I13, which is this implies Q, Q implies S, means this implies this. Negation of P implies S. Okay. Now this rule T is being derived. Negation of S implies P. Rule T is being derived from 4, 18 and E1. What is 18? Let's see. E18. E18 says that P implies Q is equivalent to negation of Q implies negation of P. P implies Q means negation of Q implies negation of P. So now here for this fourth one, E18 and E1 gives us this. So negation of P. So it becomes P here. S becomes negation of S. जैसे यहाँ देखो, अगर आपके पास में if you have P implies Q, E18 क्या बोलता है? P implies Q is equivalent to negation of Q implies negation of P. Okay, so here we have negation of P. Here we have negation of this term. So this negation will be applied over here. Okay, and this Q is as it is. तो ये दोनों negation cancel होके ये बिना negation वाला negation Q implies P. So ये negation S implies P. जो वेरिएबल यूज किया हुआ है वो वेरिएबल यूज करेंगे. अगर फॉर्मूला में आपके पास में S लिखा है तो आप S लिखोगे, फॉर्मूला में P लिखा है तो P लिखोगे. ओके. So here you see negation of P implies S. So here it means negation of S implies negation of P. So double negation will be cancelled. So this is our rule T using E18 equivalence and E1 equivalence. Now P implies R, this middle term, P implies R. This is rule P. Okay, P implies R, rule P. Again you say this implies P and P implies R. So negation of S implies R. This is identity number 13. And at the end, this is equivalent to S or R. Negation of P implies Q is double negation of PQ. तो यहाँ पर ये देखो S implies R means negation of S और R and ये negation cancel हो जाएगा. अगर मैं S implies R लिखती हूँ, so it means negation of S or R. Okay, so here negation of S, negation of double S, ये negation cancel हो गया. So you are left with S or R. So S or R is tautologically implied from the premises these three. So S or R is true. जो भी हम premises लेते हैं, we consider that these three premises are true. So using these three premises, we have achieved S or R. So this is also true, which is a tautology. तो हमने starting क्या किया? We have started with the P और Q. फिर उससे हमने रूल टी अप्लाई ड्राइव किया. देन वी हैव यूज Q और S. देन उससे रूल टी ड्राइव किया. फिर से रूल टी ड्राइव किया. एंड द लास्ट P और R इम्प्लाइज किया. उससे हमने ये वाला रूल ड्राइव किया. Using this rule, we have derived this statement. So we have finally achieved S or R. So S or R is tautologically implied by these three premises. Now show that R and P or Q is a valid conclusion from the premises 1, 2, 3, 4. ये चार premises दिए हैं. इन premises को use करके हमको ये बताना है कि it's a valid conclusion. So P implies M. P implies M. Rule P. Okay. This is a rule which is already given. This is the premises which is already given. So this is rule P. Second premises which is given is negation of M. This is a premises rule P. So from these two, we have derived negation of P by identity number 12. I12. Let's see identity number 12. Identity 12 is says negation of Q. P implies Q gives us negation of P, that is modus tollens. Negation of Q. P implies Q gives us negation of P, which is modus tollens. Okay. Now this rule identity will be applied over here. Okay. Let me check the problem once again. Just a minute. So here P or Q, P implies R, P implies M and negation of M. So this is the rule which is already given. Rule P, P implies M and negation of P. Negation of M. So when you apply these two rules, rule P, ये रूल है, ये रूल है. तो आइडेंटिटी नंबर 12 क्या बोलती है कि अगर P implies M और ये negation of M है, तो this gives us negation of P. This is identity number 12. Identity 12 I am going to write over here. If you have P implies Q and negation of Q, then your result will be negation of P. Okay, then your result will be negation of P. Now P or Q, this is rule P. Okay, and then you will have the value as this Q from these two statement number 3 and number 4. And Q implies R is again rule P. This is rule P and this is rule T. Okay, so we have Q implies R. So using 5 and 6 we get R. Okay, so at the end we get R and P implies Q. Okay, using rule T, rule T. This is also rule T. Okay, I'll explain this problem again after I complete this PPT in the next class. Okay, now I'm stopping there.